Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. I'm just playing. I won't be doing that. But did Carol Baskin kill her husband? Questions that need to be answered. Hello, party people, and thank you for joining me. This is Journey of a Plus Size Yogi. I am glad that you guys are back here with me. If this is your first time, then welcome. We all may or not be beginners here, and that's okay if you're a beginner. If you're not a beginner, well, thank you for coming to look at us peasants. But if you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm pretty sure you already haven't. But I want to make sure you are taking care of yourself, not only by watching this video, but subscribing to your girl channel, because of course. You don't necessarily need props today, which is really good, because I know a lot of people have been getting like really slow shipment during this quarantine time. So if you don't have any props, that is okay. We're going to keep it rocking and rolling. Like I said, if you have not already, like and subscribe to my videos, go ahead and do that for me. And let's bank it, bounce it out.
All right, ladies and gents and non-gender conforming pals, we are going to start this sequence off with a little baby pose. And so what you're going to do is lie flat on your back with your knees brought into your chest. Depending the yoga advanced level you are, you might bring your knees a little bit closer. If you are, like I said, more advanced, you can definitely hold the sides of your feet to bring your knees in. This baby pose is really great for strengthening and stretching your hip sockets. You want to keep in mind that your tailbone should be along parallel to the floor. I know it can be a little hard because you do have your knees up to your chest. So in your mind, you kind of want to curve your spine, but you want to focus of your tailbone laying parallel to the ground, so the focus could really be on the hip sockets where it belongs. So grab your legs, wherever you feel comfortable. Definitely don't want to push yourself beyond your means. And even if you want to give yourself a little rock side to side in this position, you're welcome to do so as well. As you go through this quick yoga session, what's going on in your mind? Focus on maybe a positive affirmation to get you through this nice 10-minute stretch for today. Now we're going to place both feet on the ground, knees still bent, and we are going to do a windshield wiper motion. And so that's basically dropping your legs from the left to the right side, getting a good stretch along the spine. You're going to do this quite a few times on your left and your right side. And then we're going to, again, go back to center, knees bent, and go to a bridge pose. And that's pushing our lower body up with our feet planted to the ground, squeezing your glutes extra tight, and now rolling your bottom half back down to the floor safely. And now we are moving into a tabletop position because we are starting your very favorite downward facing dog. As we are moving, closer and more in depth into these yoga sessions, how is your downward facing dog looking? Are your feet becoming more planted to the ground? Do you find yourself not needing to shake it out much? What we're going to do is step forward to your mat as best as possible, and we're going to have a ragdoll fold. You can cross your arms. You can also let your arms dangle. We definitely want to make sure that our neck isn't stressed. So please wiggle your neck out if you need to. Dropping our arms, we're going to take a slow roll all the way standing straight up to begin our sequence. We are now going to step to the side into what we call a goddess pose, which is wide legs, bringing your arms up, and then going into a deep squat with your arms in a cactus-like position. So we're going to go up and down, cactus, goddess, about 2 or 3 more times. And on your last cactus, you're going to bring your hands to your knees and give your shoulders a stretch. So what we're going to do is push our right shoulder forward and then rotate to our left and going back and forth a few times. Making sure we're getting as deep into our stretch as possible, as low as you can, pushing our knees back. Now we are going to take this stretch further and do a little bob your back down motion, stretching all the way to the right side, extending your left leg, flexing your foot, bringing yourself back to the middle and going into your left side, doing the exact same thing, and then right back to your right side. Getting a nice deep stretch along your legs. Now we're going to meet ourselves back in the middle and do a forward fold. Doing quite a few deep breaths. In and out slowly. Now we're going to rise up halfway, flat back, kind of like of a hinge, and then we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. We're going to go into our warrior 2 pose. So go to your left side, deep lunge onto your left knee. Make sure your foot is planted to the ground, arms up, and then we're going to lean back with our left right hand going into the back leg, making sure we are as deep into that stretch as possible. And then we're going to go back into a warrior 2 pose, standing up straight and switching to the other side. You are going to repeat whatever motion you did on one side to the other. Just trying to keep focus on your breathing, getting deep into that lunge. Going back to a warrior 2 pose. Meeting ourselves in the middle, and then again bending forward, hinging, and doing a forward fold again. Now we're going to walk ourselves to our right side of our leg, just leaning into that stretch along our right side of our leg. Taking a few deep breaths, kind of checking into ourselves. How are we doing today? We're going to walk ourselves down to the left side. Hold that position for a few breaths. Have you noticed one side is a little more tense than the other? Check in with yourself. And then we're going to meet ourselves back in the middle. Halfway fold, making sure we're hinging at the hips and then rising completely up. Now we're going to step to the top of our mat and do a quarter sun salutation, arms all the way up, forward fold, breathe in, exhale, half fold, going down into our plank position, drop your knees if need to, into a scorpion or upward facing dog position. And now we're going to take a wide knee stance into a child's pose, getting quite a few deep breaths in this child position. How are you feeling about what you have done so far? Have you pushed yourself? Were you a little more laid back this session? Just slowing your heart rate if need to. Deep breaths in the nose. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Then we're going to bring ourselves up to a tabletop position, or more so a seated position, I should say. Our legs are out straight forward. And what we're doing now is a passive forward fold. So the purpose of this pose is not to see how far you can stretch, but it's a very good stretch along our spine. Just passively leaning forward with our head down creates a stretch from the crown of our spine all the way down to our tailbone. You can also feel this pose and this stretch along the back of your legs. Now, if you are a ballet girl or guy, you might point your feet. If you want a more deeper stretch, flex them. And so now what we're going to do is cross our right leg over our left and do a side twist. Trying to make sure we are elongated at the spine. Taking a few deep breaths before we switch over to our left side. Switching over, just think about what we have done today, what we have accomplished. How are you feeling? Are you tired as hell? Are you energized? Are you somewhere in the middle? We're going to bring ourselves into a seated position, legs crossed. We have come to the end of our next yoga session. Keeping in mind everything we have accomplished for today, we want to bring our hands to our chest, pressed lightly. Congratulate yourself. You did a good job. You made it through another week. Could have held out, but we didn't. We're here. Be happy. Namaste.
So yogis, we have come to the end of another video. How did you guys like that? How does your body feel? It's important to listen into your body, especially listen to what it's telling you as you're bending and stretching and folding and all that other type of stuff. Always remember, it is important not to overstretch yourself, especially if you are new to this whole thing. Just going as far as you can, breathing into it, being mindful about it is definitely the right steps in order to advance in this whole yoga game. So I want to thank you again for you guys joining me. I definitely enjoyed this, especially the little bob your back down action. The brought back memories from the rink. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any yoga goals, let me know down below. Are you trying to get a crane pose cracking? How good are you trying to get your handstands? Are you trying to bust these splits open? Tell me your yoga goals, your pose goals. Maybe I have the same pose goals. Let's talk a little bit. So comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't seen my other yoga videos, definitely catch up. If you're interested in something other than yoga videos, I have something for you as well. I am your girl Friday. I do about everything. So thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.